Gaziantep is not just one of the oldest cities in Turkey. It is a real treasure of history, art and food. There are many historical places in the city. One of them is the Gaziantep Castle. There are also many museums. The Sigma Mosaic Museum is very famous. It is one of the biggest mosaic museums in the world. Every day people keep the oral tradition alive. You can hear poetry and folk music. People are also interested in modern literature. Folklore is an important part of local identity. People love epic songs, folk tales and music played on the saz. Writers like Onat Kultar, Ülkü Tamer, Seza Kultar Aksoy, Cemil Cehid Güzelbey, and Ahmet Ümit mix old wisdom with modern idea in their books. Gaziantep is a city with a rich cultural heritage. It has given the world many great writers and poets.
Ahmet Ümit is one of the most popular modern Turkish writers. He was born in Gaziantep. He became famous for writing detective novels. These stories often show the history and culture of his hometown. His books mix crime, history, psychology and deep thoughts that make them exciting and meaningful. Famous books: The Secret Gate, a mystery story about the city of Konya and the poet Rumi; Patasana, a historical detective novel about ancient time and archaeology in Gaziantep; The Nation, a deep story about politics, religion and identity; The Most Beautiful Brother of Bayolu, a modern crime story with social problem; To Kill the Sultan, a mix of history and crime investigation. Famous quotes from his books: Murder doesn't only kill a person, it also kills the past and the future. Truth is often the most dangerous thing. History should be written not by the winner, but in the language of truth. Ahmet Ümit is a writer who believes in the power of words.
Writer, poet and screenwriter. Onat Kutlar was one of the most important thinkers and artists in Turkey in the 20th century. He was a writer, a poet and a screenwriter. His works are deep and emotional. They use many metaphors. He often wrote about politics, history and social problems. He focused on the human soul, memory, childhood, pain and the search for justice. Main books: Ishak, a short story collection. It is very important in modern Turkish literature. It has 16 stories. Many are based on his own life. A Divan for a Love in Para, a poetry book with elegant and sad poems. Film scripts: Hazal, A Season in Hakkari, A Sip of Love. Famous quotes: Sometimes silence is the loudest scream. Love is what we remember. Pain makes a person deeper. Onat Kutlar is respected for his beautiful language, deep thoughts, and honestly about the pain of his time.
Writer of children's and young adult books. Seza Kutlar Aksoy is a Turkish writer. She is known for her books for children and teenagers. She was born in Gaziantep. She is the younger sister of famous writer Onat Kutlar. Her writing style is simple but emotional. Her stories are easy to understand, but they are also deep and thoughtful. She writes about kindness, empathy, and the importance of being yourself. Famous books: There Are Beautiful Things Too, a short story collection for children; The Voice in My Heart, For My Brother, a touching story about family; My Kite is a Cloud Now, one of the most famous books; The Turtle and the Donkey, a fable about friendship and trust. Quotes: Sometimes the greatest courage is staying silent. Children carry the purest truth. Love can be felt even without words. When you can be yourself, you are the most beautiful. Seza Kutlar Aksoy is a writer who sees the world through the eyes of a child. But when she writes, everyone can hear her, even adults. Her books are not just for reading, they help you grow inside.
I'm
Famous poet and journalist. Ulku Taymur was a famous poet and journalist. He was born in Gaziantep. He was also a translator, journalist, and editor. His poetry is very emotional, sometimes it is mysterious. His poems are like a diary of the soul. He experimented with the form and the language of poetry. He broke traditional rules and gave space to the inner music of words. Famous books and works. Under the cold grass, the sky does not deceive them. I breathe not air, but the sky. Writings, a collection of essays and memories. Stories of Eleven, short stories about childhood in Gaziantep. Famous quotes. I do not breathe air, I breathe the sky. I'm forced to love you, you don't even know it. This line became famous in Turkish poetry. We must learn joy from the eyes of a child. Ulku Taymur was an artist who could turn everyday life in poetry. He made it clear, gentle, and deep.
Doctor, historian, local expert, and writer. Jamil Jahid Güzelbey was a doctor, historian, local expert, and writer from Gaziantep. He is known for his work in saving and sharing the local folklore and culture. He made an important contribution to recording the history and tradition of the region. His main goal was not just art, but to preserve identity. His works are full of progress, legend, and local customs. Güzelbey approached his work as a respectful researcher. He recorded not only events, but also language, daily life, and mentality. Famous works: Gaziantep Jokes, a collection of humorous local stories, all custom and tradition in Gaziantep. The Gaziantep dialect, a dictionary of the local dialect, notes of the history in Gaziantep. Famous quotes: the voice of the people is history itself. The song of Gaziantep is beautiful because of its pain. To understand the future, you must listen to the past. Jamil Jahid Güzelbey is the voice of all Gaziantep. Thanks to him, we know what the city was like with all its oral and cultural heritage. I didn't invent, I remembered, and I told others to listen.
Gaziantep, a city of memory, pain, and hope in literature. What makes the literature of Gaziantep special? Almost every writer talks about personal or shared history. Their stories often mix personal feelings with national themes. Gaziantep literature is not just local. Writers from this city create a rich and colorful mosaic. In their works we hear voices of childhood, history, resistance, kindness, and the search for truth. Even so, they write in different styles, and times they share something important: a deep love for their city, honesty of the heart, and respect for human dignity. The literature of Gaziantep is a living voice of memory, inner truth, and love for people.